So the Republican Civil War rages on, and here we have an example of two people who were nominally supposed to be on the same side of this Civil War. You had Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, and Nick Fuentes were generally on the same side, as in they're like anti-Israel Republicans, right? They're supposed to be on the same side, but Nick can't help himself, and he throws haymakers in every direction. He's undermining his own ability to win this Republican Civil War, but at the same time, I respect the fact that he's like, I don't give a fuck. Even if we are on the same side, I'm still going to come after you. So here he is. He goes after Candace Owens. Just the other day, we talked about him going after Erica Kirk, right? Well, now he's going after Candace Owens. So he's on both sides within that particular fight. Let's watch and we'll break it down.
So real anger over Candace claims but won't touch evidence from SEAL team members or Ian's 2 hours breakdown. You don't even like Fusa, so why do their damage control? If Candace is just spouting BS, we'll know and she will naturally hang herself, but you and others having spurred doubts. Looks like you're trying to protect some entity.
See, so you have a woman's name. I assume you're a woman. None of this is an argument. None of this is argumentation. Maybe you're on your period or something like Candace, but saying feels like that's all of this. Looks like you're trying to protect somebody. It feels like you're doing their damage control. None of that is argumentation, actually. I'm more critical of Turning Point USA than anybody, and I have been. Candace Owens used to work for Turning Point. As a matter of fact, up until months ago, she was still on their roster. What are you talking about? But it's always this irrational, anyone that disagrees, oh, you're protecting somebody. Oh, you're with the FBI. Candace is hanging her credibility. You're just not paying attention. She didn't know what UTC stood for. She thought it meant Utah time. She got the time wrong. She said an Egyptian military plane is following around Charlie Kirk. An Egyptian military plane landed in Provo the day, 2 weeks leading up to it, and left shortly after he was killed. She got the time zone wrong because she thought it meant Utah time. That's not hanging her credibility. She went live and said...
Look, he's right about that. He's right about this part. It's true. She got that part wrong. There's no way out of that, right? Like, I know the Candace supporters try to find a way out of it, but that's a pretty embarrassing fuck up, is it not?
That's not hanging her credibility. She went live and said, Charlie told me information in a dream that I will not share with you yet. That's not hanging her credibility. She said she's been having visions all year.
She has done that. She has done my dreams tell me X, Y, and Z, and then use that as evidence of like, see, things are coming together. We're proving stuff. The dreams have predictive ability.
That's not hanging her credibility. She said she's been having visions all year of beekeepers. She said that when she got a tip from some guy saw somebody in Mexico who has the same last name as Blake Neff. And Candace said, this feels right. This feels like That's not evidence. And Ian Carroll's 2-hour video, I'm sorry, what's the evidence? Somebody shot a block of ground beef with a gun from 100 feet away? That's not evidence. What's the evidence? Charlie Kirk.
See, now he's getting a little loose now. He's getting a little loose. The points that Ian Carroll has made to him is like, you are not actually engaging with the holes in the official story, right? Like, here's my take on it, my broad breakdown of it. Nick is actually right that the maximalist Candace theories are absurd. They just are. Like, I'm sorry, Bridget Macron is not a man. The French government is not trying to kill you, yada, yada, right? But I think Nick is way too dismissive of the colossal holes that you can drive a Mack truck through in the official theory of like, oh, it's only Tyler Robinson, he's the only killer, and fucking Keystone Cash Patel and Dan Bongino have really got it right from the beginning. There are a bunch of fucking totally incompetent idiots and buffoons who don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like I said the other day, this would be like if President Kamala Harris put Destiny and Harry Sisson in control of the FBI, right? People would understand how preposterous that is. But when it's fucking Dan Bongino and Cash Patel, people don't get how ridiculous it is. Cash Patel was a jackass who was writing a pro-Trump children's book where he's supposed to be a king. And now this guy runs the FBI and I'm supposed to take him seriously? No, I'm sorry. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I'm sorry. The official story about how Charlie Kirk was killed by the lone gunman Tyler Robinson on the rooftop X number of yards away, it doesn't add up because even the simple ballistics of it, like, it's not the gun that they said it was because there's no way. They literally had articles, the New York Post and other places had articles that were like, Charlie Kirk's spine of steel was able to stop the 30-06 round. And like any basic testing of the 30-06 round proves there's no way his whole fucking head would have been blown off if it was a 30-06 and he got shot in the neck from that distance. Right? So like the official story is bullshit. I'm sorry. They don't know exactly what the fuck happened. They might not even know who the fuck killed Charlie Kirk. And like they got nothing. They got dick. They got nothing. So Candace and Ian Carroll are right to be like, hey, the stuff that you're saying doesn't add up. All the shit about how, oh, he brought the gun there and he put it together when he was on the roof. Then he shot it and took it apart. Then he jumped down and ran into the woods and then reassembled it and left it in the woods. None of that makes sense. None of that adds up. None of that is reasonable, right? And I feel like Nick is being far too loose with like the legitimate questions that a lot of people have about what the fuck happened with the killing of Charlie Kirk. So Nick is right that Candace's extreme theories are just fucking not true. But the others are right that he's far too dismissive of, the legitimate questions about what actually happened here with the killing.
With a gun from 100 feet away, that's not evidence. What's the evidence? Charlie Kirk vented in a group chat and said, I think I'm finally done with the Israel lobby. He said that right before he interviewed Ben Shapiro and then talked to his rabbi and then worked on his book about the Jewish Sabbath. Okay, just so you understand. And they did that a month after he said I was vermin and anti-Semitism is demonic and needs to be destroyed and he won't even platform it. That's your evidence? That's not evidence. But you wouldn't know about that because you're a woman. So you watch a soap opera with a stupid bitch who says, it just feels like I think I have a vision, I had a dream. So you can fuck off.
The dismissiveness is not going to help him. The dismissiveness is not going to help him. If I'm being honest, he's already losing this battle in the online world. He just is. Because Candace Owens, look, she's very Alex Jonesy, and most of the shit she says is totally made up. But it's too entertaining for people, and they enjoy it too much. So she's now getting like 2 million views per video. And, he gets great numbers, but honestly, I think she's about double what he is. And so in the court of public opinion, he's losing this battle. The other thing is, Nick, you really made your bed and now you're going to sleep in it because you courted this far-right audience, this anti-Semitic audience. And so they're definitely going to go with the more spicy and sexy theory that Charlie Kirk was killed because he was going to turn on Israel and they wanted to kill him before he could make that full turn on Israel, right? Like, that's going to be more attractive to low IQ, anti-Semitic right-wingers. And so this is also an instance of like, sorry, man, this is the audience you attracted. And they're not, you think your audience in particular is going to be like, I'm against these conspiracy theories, or we need more evidence for these conspiracy theories. Nick himself believes in the stupid, like, fucking, the COVID vaccine actually hurts people conspiracy, that the COVID vaccine didn't help people. He believes that dumb bullshit. So you attracted this audience of conspiracy idiots, and now they're going full conspiracy idiot and going, I'll go with Candace because her theories are more sexy. Her theories are more extreme. Her theories are more intriguing. But he is right about that soap opera part, because a lot of this just scratches that primal itch of like wanting to gossip and wanting to hear like different theories about it. And that's why a lot of people are going to Candace. But here it is. The right-wing civil war is still fucking fully raging. And I don't see how they can get the train back on the tracks here. Because, look, the plan from the right was to use this Charlie Kirk assassination to fully crack down on the left and really fucking destroy the left and destroy every institution of the left and basically link them all to terrorists. Then in steps, Candace Owens to say, well, I don't actually think the left did it. Sorry, they didn't do it. So it's not their fault. And actually, I think, TPUSA has profited the most off of Charlie's death, and I feel like maybe they betrayed him. How about that? And so, like, all that energy was no longer able to be channeled into just like doing a massive crackdown on the left. And then here's Nick Fuentes, instead Nick Fuentes, and he's like, hey, the conspiracies are fucking stupid and wrong. And his own audience is like, well, fuck you then. We're more with Candace. And then it's going to rage on. This war is going to rage on. Erica Kirk and Candace Owens are meeting to like talk it out to yesterday, actually, is when they met. And we'll see what happens, but there's now so many different fractures in the right-wing base. I literally can't keep track of who's fighting who hates who, what the different claims are on the different sides. But this one was particularly surprising because, in theory, Candace was supposed to be on the side of Tucker, on the side of Nick. But Nick himself is like, I refuse to be in league with this fucking idiot because she's so stupid and her theories are so dumb. And so now he's going after her and those theories, and in the process probably losing about 60% of his audience. But hey, respect. If he's willing to stand on principle and lose 60% of his audience, then that's rare on the right. The right, very few of them are principled. Most of them are followers. So if he's going to be principled, that's kind of cool. But it doesn't make him a good guy because he still loves Hitler. So there's that.
Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.